Stepping as we throw punches in boxing, stepping into punches, stepping to the outside and throwing punches is absolutely a part of boxing. But I do not want steps to be the default, and we see this a lot. I'll give you a few examples here. The lead hook is a big one. We'll see, you can see my feet, someone will step to the side as they throw that lead hook. Or some people will step in and throw the lead hook. Now, absolutely, you can step to the side and throw lead hooks. You can step in and throw lead hooks, but that should not be the default. Meaning, if I just call a jab cross hook, right, it's gonna be standing right where you are because I want you to get the mechanics of that hook down perfectly. Moving your weight, shifting your weight from your front foot to your back foot, that is one of the number one things I see people not doing. I wanna make sure we're getting that mechanic. We're turning that heel, we're turning those hips, and we're shifting our weight into that hook. If we're always moving to the outside, we're never quite getting that good shift. So I wanna make sure the default, unless otherwise specified, is not taking a step on those hooks. We see this with crosses a lot too, and it makes sense. I totally understand. I think I've done a focus point. You're in close, right? You're in close, you're throwing some uppercuts, some body shots, and then there's a cross, and they step back. Bam, 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 cross and step back. Now again, a step back cross is a thing in boxing. It's a thing that people will use. It's a good tool to have, but we'll practice the step back cross when we practice the step back cross. That should not be your default cross. Even if you're in close, throwing those body shots and uppercuts, and you throw that cross, and it's just a short cross, that's okay. There are short crosses all the time. Now, of course, we'd rather have our cross full extension, absolutely, but you can't always get that if you're in close like that. But I don't want it to be a default step back. Another instance we'll see this is on a roll. We'll see people roll as they step. Now, oftentimes in my classes, I will tell you to do this for certain reasons. We're throwing a bunch of body shots and then we roll out of there. Fine, take a step and roll, but again, it is not the default. You shouldn't be in close, jab, cross, hook, hook, and then you have to step as you roll. You should be able to roll quickly in the pocket without moving your feet. Now, if you're doing the step and roll for a strategical reason, great. But sometimes what I think is people lose balance on their rolls, so they will naturally step to catch themselves. That means there's a problem with your roll. We want to fix that. We want the rolls to be quick and short. Your head shouldn't get out over your feet. You shouldn't have to take a step to balance. So we want to master those proper rolls and then move the steps in when necessary. And I'll give you one other example. Now this is a tough one because I know I do this and I think this is more okay. Obviously I'm biased, but it's on the jab, right? We can step in and throw that jab. Sometimes even just the tiniest step as we throw that jab. It's not a bad thing to do. The jab is often getting you into range moving in, but again, we should be able to throw good jabs, snapping jabs without taking that step all the time. You don't want to throw a power jab without taking that step. That is how we do it. That is the way, and may the force be with you always.